So welcome to our interview. So I sent the interview questions last week, and
Mhm.
let's if it's okay with you, let's dive right into it. So let's talk about the pain points of audit firms and how audit firms can benefit from outsourcing. So the flow of the conversation will be I'll throw a question and anyone can chime in and share your thoughts. Okay. So let's start. My first question is sorry, maybe you can share a quick introduction first of your first name and what you do at Remotely Philippines.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So I'm Lemuel Cardona, one of the senior associate here in remotely. So I'm handling a audit firm which is based in California.
Thank you. And Florence.
Hello, good morning. I'm Florence Galosmo. I'm also one of the senior audit associates in remotely, and I'm also handling a audit firm in the US,
Okay.
specifically based on Nevada.
All right. Thank you. And Jo Marie, finally.
Hello everyone, I'm Chomri and one also one of the seniors in Remotely Philippines. We have the same client with Florence.
Okay. Thank you so much. So let's get right into the questions. Can you tell me what are the main benefits of outsourcing for audit firms in your own words, like based on your experience and how you've handled your clients? Can you tell me can you give me a quick overview on how audit firms can leverage outsourcing, and if you can possibly share about the pain points or what are the struggles or challenges that we are helping them with?
Okay, I'll do it first. So
Mhm.
as we all know, in audit, there's a audit season, which is the peak of workload.
Mhm.
So typically, the audit season starts from January to April for December 31 year end, and typically in the month of August and September for June 30 fiscal year. So there's a peak of workload. So by employing outsource provider, so the firm can operate 24/7, okay, without compromising the well-being of their core employees. While we cannot entirely eliminate the overtime for their core employees, but by the assistance of an outsource provider, we can minimize those things.
All right. Thank you. That makes sense. Thank you. That actually makes sense, and especially if you're based in a different time zone, you can guarantee that there's always someone on the other side of the globe to
Yep.
pick up your work, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-mm. Thank
I'll
you.
just add up with what Kuya Lim has said
Mm.
regarding the addressing concern on human resource or the staff shortages, especially on peak season. So a company can can have the access to more diverse talent pool in a lower cost.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
Thank you.
in a
Uh,
much lower cost, especially if the employee you will be outsourcing is from a different state, or just like in our situation in a different country, wherein um the employee cost is much lower
mhm.
than that of in where the company is currently located.
Mhm. Right. And it's not because we are offering something of a lower value, but because the cost of
Mm-hmm,
living in
mm-hmm,
our geographic location is actually lower. So
mm-hmm,
it's possible to lower the cost when you hire someone from like the Philippines, for example. Thank you,
mm-hmm,
Florence. And Jumari, anything to add?
I think we can outsourcing can help the audit firms in terms of their access and expertise, especially they already have these broader resources, which the some people or the from different country can offer their expertise in the firm to have this quality of work.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right.
also one of their benefits.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jo Marie. I guess my follow up question is how can How can audit firms identify which functions or tasks are best suited for outsourcing? I mean, is there any limitation to which types of tasks in an audit firm can be outsourced?
I
Mm.
believe any non-core functions or routine activities can be delegated. But as
Mm.
an auditor, as long as the balances are up and schedules and supports are readily available, so we can execute on procedures wherever we are.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay, thank you, Lem. Anything to add, Shumari
Ah,
or Florence?
just to add up lang po ulit, with what, Kuya Lem has already mentioned. I think it is, the firm's, responsibility to check first the industry and where, in what industry their clients belong. And then from there, they can, assess what tasks or specialized tasks, can they delegate to outsourced employees such as the for example is the tax filing or the consulting or just like in auditing firms, the audit of the financial statement.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. Jomari, anything to add?
Yes, and support with Florence. I guess as what I've mentioned a while ago, that since they already have these broader resources, they
Mm.
have already varieties of choices, so they can just easily pick which one will be fit to what they need in their firm po as a
Mm.
support. So yeah.
And have you ever had any experience wherein the audit firm outsourced 100% of the work, like the entire process to you?
Mm.
Current, based on the current experience, not yet. Still
Okay.
on the piecemeal task.
Okay. So it involves ano talaga, I would say you have to really collaborate with the in-house
Mhm.
team to identify
Mhm.
which tasks, so to ensure proper handoff of the tasks.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
And to ensure also that the ending result is coming from them. So they already have checked the documents or the reports that you already provided with the company.
Okay. And maybe I just want to understand it better. Are there any potential risks to outsourcing that you can identify, or were there any challenges in the past that you have personally experienced, but you managed to overcome? I mean, in terms of any risk related challenges when it comes to audit outsourcing.
I think in this kind of set, uh, so the face to face is mere impossible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So miscommunication is one of the disadvantages. So
Mhm.
by using the collaboration tools nowadays like Zoom, Teams, so we can leverage those platforms to effectively
Mm-hmm.
communicate with them.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. I can imagine. Thank you, Lem. Anything else? Do you have
Um,
anything else to share?
I think it's the data privacy,
Mm-hmm.
especially the company or the management don't have the physical access of the assets in where the employee or the outsourced employee is working. So I think they can set parameters, especially on emails and other messaging platforms such as Teams and Skype, wherein the emails can block the sending or receiving of sensitive informations, such as the ledger. So I'll just be sharing my experience with my current client. So
Mm-hmm.
they have I think they have certain parameters in emails and on Teams,
Mm-hmm.
wherein on Teams you can send documents and other sensitive informations, even the message with sensitive informations to those outside the organizations. On the side of the email, they will be sending a what do you call that, a notification after you send the documents on the outside person of the person outside the organization, wherein the notification contains message such as the documents you provided with the client or even with the client contains back numbers or account descriptions that are prohibited.
Mm. It sounds like a very it's I can't imagine I can imagine it's not completely foolproof, but at least there are parameters in
Mhm.
place that will make
Mhm.
it harder and to make the communications more secure somewhat.
Mhm,
Thank
mhm.
you, Florence. Jo-Marie, what can you
Yes,
mm-mm. Go ahead.
data security indeed is very high risk, especially for us working remotely. Since we are sending and we are asking for I think, highly confidential documents that the core of the company. But we address it through exchanging the documents in safe place, such as our software. What
Mhm.
we are using software. So I would ask my manager to just upload it to the software, and we'll just do it so that we will not be exchanging those documents through emails or through Teams or some other medias that can be easily hacked or blacked.
And these platforms, these software are vetted by the IT companies. I mean, IT department of both companies, right? So,
Yes, yes.
uh, you can assure the client that the transfer of information is secure. Ano?
Mhm.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. I learned something new today. And I think we've already touched on this earlier, but do you have anything else to add when it comes to uh, how outsourcing can help audit firms scale their operations and manage seasonal workloads? Like I know that Lem mentioned earlier that you work in there's seasonal workload
Mhm.
that sometimes can swamp internal in-house teams of audit firms. So, do you have anything else to add to that? I mean, how outsourcing your audit functions can help your in-house team?
Um,
For me, wala na.
Mm. Sige, okay lang. We've already
I
covered it
think
anyway.
there uh-huh. Mhm. I think it's not in the case of remotely naman po ano. I think there are outsourcing firms wherein they agree to provide workforce for specific time only. In that way the company manage or lessen the expenses related to that employee. However, here in remotely, we always strive to provide valuable service and I think building longer connection with the client. Ano po.
Mm.
I
And
just want to highlight that there are yeah,
mm,
outsourcing companies wherein they agree to provide specific time workforce for specific time.
and I think there
And
are
then after
oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry. There after the peak season, they can or the contract can already be terminated and then um
Mhm.
they can uh, they can operate in their normal expenses with the employee.
Mm. But I think there are pros and cons to each kind of setup. So you can
Mhm,
definitely go that route. Like you can hire seasonal staff for a project
mm,
for a contractual basis for a few months. But there's also value in hiring someone
mm,
I mean all year round, right? So
mhm,
you can establish a closer relationship with the team,
mm,
and you can really well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I imagine that by doing that you can really get into the you can your outsourced service provider can have a better handle on how you operate as an audit firm.
mhm,
So
mhm,
when it comes to crunch time, like when the workload increases, you'll have an easier time collaborating since you're already familiar and you're very comfortable with each other and the
mhm,
processes, right?
mm. There's no need to like train another personnel
Right.
to work on that specific project.
Okay, okay. That makes sense. Actually, I think that it it can save the firm a lot more if they do that
Mhm,
rather than just hiring
mm,
a bunch a team of people when January rolls around, Thank you,
Both on
Florence.
cost and on time. Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you. And Jumari, sorry, you were trying to say something.
No, I guess Florence and KLM already highlighted those important things.
Thank you. So let's move on to the next question. Like, how can audit firms ensure the quality and consistency when outsourcing critical audit tasks? Yeah, any experience that you can share? Of course, you don't have to get into the specifics, but in your experience with remotely.
I think maintaining consistency and the quality of output. Generally, it can be achieved through regular training session. Like we have here in remotely that we have an audit training which covers all the phases of the audit. So it's a good thing that we can ensure the quality and consistency of the output. And also by using the communication tools wherein we can uh, clarify things with the clients and understand the objective and determine the output of the task, especially those complex.
Right. Thank you. I agree with that.
It,
Florence, go
in
ahead. Sorry.
addition with in addition with Kuya Lem, in addition with the training and communication mentioned by Kuya Lem, I think I'll be speaking from my experience. Ano po, the most effective method for me to ensure that I am providing a high quality output is to have a daily status update with the client, wherein in the morning you'll be sending your work plan detailing the works you'll be doing for that day. And then in the afternoon, you'll be sending the status update of the work plan that you have mentioned earlier of the day. In that way, the client will be updated of the project as well as the concern timely. So it will be addressed timely.
Sounds like a good plan. Like if anything comes up that might require their immediate attention, or if you need to calibrate on something, like you have to agree that you're going on there were errors or any inconsistencies or inaccuracies that have to be addressed, you can do it right away. Like when they clock in, I understand that you have a US based client, so after your shift, when they come in, they'll have a chance to review what you did, right?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
thank you,
a practice here. It's a practice here in remote. And in addition of sending emails with the client, we are also including our manager here local. In that way, he will be also be updated of what we are doing with the client.
Right, that sounds good. Like, so there's an opportunity to give immediate feedback. I think that's critical to the success of the project. Thank you, Florence. And Jo-Marie, anything to add?
I guess we are already practicing, yes. As Kelly mentioned, regular training can maintain or can ensure the quality of works that we are providing, that the outsourced people are providing. But also, for the consistency, I would just like to add up that we are also practicing in remotely the performance matrix. This is to monitor and to be consistent the whole year round, the quality of work that we are providing and how we perform to the clients.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm also trying to take notes, so I won't forget. Sige. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I think this is very important, especially to audit firms who might be looking into outsourcing but don't know, have no idea how reliable the services can be. So I'm glad that we have practices in place here at Remotely Philippines that can help ensure the consistency of the quality. And so I think that's one of the top priorities and top concerns of audit firms. Thank you very much. I think I have everything I need, and this has been a very insightful conversation. Thank you so much, audit team. And that's all. Have a great day.